Now we will study about the effect of reducing the volume of a gas on pressure in a closed vessel. Okay. Let us consider this is a cylinder, okay, filled with air, and this is a meter to record the pressure of the air, and this is a piston. Let us consider the the volume of the enclosed air or gas is 20 semi-cube, okay, and the pressure is 760 semi of mercury, okay. Now if we compress the gas by applying a force F, and then if the volume of the gas becomes half of the initial volume, that is 10 semi-cube, okay, then in the pressure meter we will observe that the pressure will become double of the initial pressure. That means the pressure will be now 1520, okay. So why? From the above discussion we will conclude that with decrease in volume of an enclosed gas the pressure increases, okay. Why? We need to know that, okay. When the gas is compressed to half its initial volume, then the number of molecules per unit volume of the gas also becomes double, because the number of molecules remains same but the volume becomes half of its initial volume. So the number of volume in 20 so the number of molecules in 20 semi-cube of the gas and the number of molecule in 10 semi-cube of gas is same. So we can say that as the volume becomes half of its initial volume, so the number of molecules per unit volume now becomes double. So now we can also say that the number of molecules strike against the side of the enclosed vessel will also become double. So the amount of force will also become double, is not it? And we know that the force acting per unit area on the side of the containing vessel is the liquid pressure. So as the force becomes double, so the pressure will also become double. Let us consider the initial force is F1, then the initial pressure will be F1 by A, and if the pressure becomes P2, then the force is, if the force is F2, then P2 equals to F2 by A, and now according to this case F2 equals to 2F1, so we can say that P2 equals to 2 into F1 by A, so P2 equals to 2P1, so the pressure becomes double of its initial pressure. So in the same way we can say that if the volume of the enclosed gas is doubled, then the number of molecules per unit volume of the gas will become half, and then the number of molecules strikes against the side of the enclosed vessel will also become half of the initial number. And then as the force acting per unit area on the sides of the vessel becomes half, then the pressure will also become half. We will discuss about explanation of heat conduction on kinetic model of matter. So what is conduction? Conduction is the mode of transmission of heat energy from one atom to another atom in the direction of lower temperature without the actual movement of atoms from their mean position is conduction. So in this case heat energy is transferred from the region of higher temperature to the region of lower temperature without altering the position of the atoms, is not it? So how we can explain it? Okay, when a solid is heated from one end in fire, its atoms gain heat energy. We know that when a solid is heated, then what will happen? Then the atoms nearer to the fire end will gain the heat energy, and after getting the heat energy the atoms, what will happen? Their kinetic energy will increase, we know that, and then they will vibrate about their mean positions with greater amplitude, we know that. The atoms of the solid is tightly packed, so they will not displace from their mean position, but they will only vibrate about their mean positions. And due to their vibration, what will happen? They will strike with their neighboring atoms, and it will transfer some amount of kinetic energy to the neighboring atom, and then it will again vibrate, and it will then strike its neighboring atom, and then it will also transfer its kinetic energy to the neighboring atom, and thus this process continues, and thus the temperature of the conductor rises. Now we will discuss about heat convection. What is heat convection? Heat convection is a phenomenon due to which particles of a medium actually moves towards the source of heat energy, and then after absorbing the heat energy it moves away from the source, and then that means it makes up space for other particles of medium to move towards the source of heat. This process is called heat convection. So all fluids can show the this type of mode of transmission of heat. Okay, all fluids means liquids and gases. So how we can describe it? Let us consider this is a vessel and a liquid is placed in the vessel. So if we heat the vessel from the base of the vessel, then the particles of liquid in the region of heat source, that means the particles, these particles will absorb the heat energy, and then it will become lighter, and after that the kinetic energy of these particles also will increase. So what will happen then? So then they will move more vigorously, and then as they becomes lighter, after absorbing the heat energy, they moves upward. Clear? So as a result there will be a fall in pressure. So to equalize the pressure, the particles of the liquid from the colder region, that means the particles which are far away from the source of heat, they will sink down and they will come towards the source of heat. So this type of heat transmission is called convection. Suppose this is a source of fire. Okay, if we place our hand upward to the fire, then after some time we will feel the heat. Can you say that what is the mode of transmission of heat in this case? In this case, the mode of transmission of heat is convection. The air particles nearer to the source of fire absorbs the heat, and then they becomes lighter, and their kinetic energy also increases. So then they will move upward. When they will move upward, then we will feel the heat. But in the second case, if we place a rod of iron in the source of fire like this, then after some time our hand will feel the heat. Here the mode of transmission of heat is conduction. The particles of the solid rod nearer to the source of fire will absorb the heat, and then they will vibrate about their mean position. Then they will strike their neighboring atoms, and the process will continue. After some time, the particles nearer to our hand will also absorb the energy. Then we will feel the heat in our hand. Okay, that's it. Now you try to solve the questions of exercise. If you have any problem regarding the chapter, then you can ask me. Okay, you can call me. My contact number is 8927 692 781. Okay students, thank you.